Paul, McGuire, Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Mary and Courtney, it is so great talking to you today. I should probably admit this, that I binged all 3 seasons in about 5 days. So congrats on making such a really fun show.
Well done.
That's impressive.
That's how
I don't normally do that like so truncated, but I like couldn't stop watching it. It's just that like fun to watch. Mary, I'm curious, what was your training process like for season 3? And did you already know karate coming into your audition for the show originally?
I knew no karate. I knew nothing. I actually didn't know how a treadmill worked. So I was completely brand new and actually was nowhere near my audition. When I initially auditioned for Samantha, they had nothing that said, hey, she might do stunts or, martial arts skills a plus, literally nothing. So I went into it completely blind, which was awesome because as soon as I got there, I fell completely in love with seeing people doing martial arts. And I was like, I really want to do that. So my training process was a little bit shorter than the guys because I started doing karate only in season 2. So my season 2 prep was kind of like this sped up, like, holy crap, I have to learn how to just like aim a punch, step 1, and probably like not tuck my thumb. That's the thing you're not supposed to do, right? And then for season 3, I had a little more time and a little more preparation that I kind of knew going into it. So I spent a little more time on it and tackled some specific martial arts moves that I really wanted to do, which ended up in the show, which was fun.
Courtney, I'm curious, the first 2 seasons were on YouTube and then Netflix picked it up this summer. How has the reception changed for you guys in the cast once Netflix got a hold of it?
I don't think it's different at all. Just kidding. It's insane. I think it's like the greatest blessing any show could get, but we were this underground hit. No one knew how to find us, but the ones who did, we were 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. The people were devotees to our show, but for the most part, my family didn't even know. They're like, what is this? What is this red tube? It was very confusing for everyone. And then Netflix gave it this second life that is just incredible. Like, I don't think any of us were prepared for how hard and how fast it hit. You hear all those stories, like everybody on every great TV show ever be like, well, did you know you were going to be on? And they were like, no, this is such a shock. And then we're doing these interviews going, no, this is such a shock. I can't believe it happened for us. It's amazing.
It reminds me of what happened with the Schitt's Creek cast. I mean, once Netflix picked up their show, it like ballooned like crazy. Mary, I think that the show really comes with a lot of really good life lessons about mindset. Do you practice, that Miyagi-Do mindset when you're not filming?
I definitely do. I am doing my best anyway. I am through and through a Miyagi-Do. We joke about this all the time. Everybody's like, so which dojo would you really be in? Come on, you'd really be in Cobra Kai, right? No, like I am a through and through Miyagi-Do. Like I listen to metal music, but that's as far as my like badassery goes. I think that the Miyagi-Do lessons have actually become incredibly applicable in my life, especially right now as this year has kind of turned everybody's lives upside down, or I guess that's last year now. But it definitely made me practice balance and forced me to focus in on what was important. And now I think those are the things that really got me through. So I am very appreciative of that mindset. And I think it's something we could all add into our lives, even though just like Daniel and Samantha and a lot of the other Miyagi-Do practicers don't always get it right in the show.
I love hearing that just because I think mindset is so important and something that we don't take enough care of. Now, Courtney, we've seen so many reboots and revivals of other shows that we grew up and loved, but they don't always work. What do you think it is about Cobra Kai that everyone has just fallen in love with?
Mary freaking Mauser, man.
I don't know why. I got a little smirk on my face as soon as he asked it. I was like, I feel like she's gonna turn a joke around on me. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight.
Well, I'm not entirely wrong about that, though. I'm pretty sure everyone has fallen in love with Mary freaking Mauser. But I think our creators have done the best job of balancing the nostalgia, which I think everyone was initially going to our show for, but also keeping the bar kind of low for, because we have seen this done many times and you're like, what is this going to be? And then our creators just knock you on your tush with like how good they do it. I think the nostalgia, but the modern twists and how the themes are still the same from the 80s through today. And I think our cast is pretty stinking great.
Yeah, you have a great cast. Like everyone excels in their roles in the show. Like there's no really weak link or oddball character. Like it all works so well.
They're all so nice in real life. Everybody. There's not one jerk on our cast. So we are very lucky.
Good. That's awesome to hear. Thank you so much. It was great talking to both of you. Congrats on the success of season 3 and with the season 4 renewal. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care, of St. Paul. Xolo and Vanessa, it is really great talking to you today. I want to admit, I watched all 3 seasons in about 5 days. So congrats on such a really fun ride and a really great show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Xolo, what was your training process like going into season 3? Did you get to work with like a physical therapist all given Miguel's state as the season opens?
You know, I didn't have the chance to work with the real physical therapist. But I will say, my sophomore year of high school, I got into a pretty gnarly bike accident. I had to work with a physical therapist. So I knew like the general, gist of it, but I feel like our show takes a little bit of a more funny route with the physical therapy, like our total like yogi, like holistic home remedy physical therapy standpoint. I thought was a funny take on it, but no, to simply answer your question, no, I haven't, but I did, I guess, realize the seriousness that, or I guess that's a word. Yeah, this seriousness that comes with having to recover for something like that.
Did you know karate coming in when you auditioned for the show originally?
I knew. I mean, I feel like everyone kind of does like a year of karate here and there, But I wasn't that good, and definitely those first couple of weeks, my body was like, just cry, like it's okay. You're like it hurts. I played tennis and basketball just for fun throughout high school, but nothing gets you prepared for needing to stretch that much.
Now, Vanessa, the first 2 seasons were on YouTube. How did the reception change once Netflix picked it up this past summer?
Oh my God, I think Xolo can attest to this too. It's like a rebirth, like mega. It's like worldwide. It's insane. I mean, it's the biggest streaming platform. You're translated into 30 plus languages. It's crazy, but it's really, really nice. And the fans have been amazing and loving it truly. Like they're not faking that. So
yeah. No, I completely understand why now that I've been watching it. Now, Xolo, there's some really good life lessons that come along with this show. Do you apply the mindset of Miyagi-Do or karate in general to your everyday life when you're not filming?
I think Johnny's form of Cobra Kai really does have a lot of great things to take from it. I don't know if I would be super into the Miyagi-Do if I was able to choose, but I think Johnny has a lot of good intentions going into season 3, and we see that with Eagle Fang and whatnot. So I think that one is probably the one that I align with the most. But I think they all have great things that you can take from them, I mean, it's definitely like a TV show, so it's not like I'm going to live and die Cobra Kai, but I think obviously they all have great things that you can take from them.
Vanessa, I think the mindset is so important. That's why I kind of tuned into that when I was watching the show. Now, Vanessa, we've seen so many reboots and revivals of classic shows that we all grew up with, but a lot of them don't work. What do you think it is about Cobra Kai that kind of bucks that tradition that has made it this cultural phenomenon?
I mean, you have to start with the Karate Kid, how amazing that movie and the second one, was. It was just so, it just had a lot of heart, had a certain quality of, I think that we could all relate to at that time, but those issues don't really go away. You know what I mean? Bullying, standing up for yourself, finding out who you truly are, and the beauty of martial arts. You know what I mean? In order to transform that energy, it just hit the right mark, and the producers are true fans. So they treat it as fans would, with as much love and care. So I think that's really what makes it really good. And then it also doesn't take itself too seriously. Just watching it, you're just laughing because, it's kind of like inside jokes, and it's aware of itself. Mm-hmm. And they turn up the cheese factor, and we haven't had that since the 80s. So
you turn up the cheese factor. That's funny. You guys got renewed for season 4. What are you most looking forward to with an upcoming season?
Well, I mean, I'd love to. I don't know anything. I'm like the last person that they tell. I've had too many close calls with like posts and stuff. But you know what? I will say I'm excited to film again and just to see everyone again. I think it's been over a year since we wrapped on season 3. So just seeing everyone, especially with, I guess I could say for myself, but like I still am going through puberty and stuff like that. Or I guess like I'm pretty done. I'm like the doctor says I'm done growing. So, but but like it's funny coming back and having like facial hair and seeing like Gianni with his mutton chops, or like seeing everyone grow is kind of silly. But I'd say that's always something that I look forward to.
Well, thank you so much. I have to wrap. It's been great talking to you guys. I'm really excited about Cobra Kai. Like, I'm glad that the fans are enjoying it and embracing it so well. So thank you.
Thanks so much, man. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.